Warning, there are jokes on tonight's show that might offend some viewers, so if you think you might be upset, please switch over now to Comedy Central Extra.
Good evening. You're about to witness some of the country's top comedians go head-to-head in a brutal war of words. If this show was the Olympics, the host nation would be Islamic State. I'm Jimmy Carr. Welcome to Roast Battle. Right, on with the show. Helping decide our winners tonight, Katherine and our special guest judge, Joe Lycett. Katherine is set to star in her own sitcom. I'm not sure what it's about, but looking at it, I'm guessing it's a story about a horse. Katherine Ryan, everyone. And joining Katherine, we couldn't afford Graham Norton. Tom Allen was unavailable. Ryan Clark is busy. Alan Carr wasn't interested. And Dale Winton is dead. So here he is, Joe Lycett. Katherine, have you got any advice for Joe on judging?
I love Joe, and I feel like we've been very good friends for a long time, and I think my advice to Joe would just be yourself, and you are a terrible prick. And a lot of people don't know that about you, Joe, but if you just let the prick out, you'll do really well on Roast Battle.
You're all fucking wanker.
Yeah.
God, that felt good.
OK, before we get on to our first battle, it's time to meet the man keeping order tonight. He's the referee that runs the roast. It's Brian Moses!
Keep it going for Jimmy Carr, actually.
Oh, there you go.
We came to see a battle. Who's ready for a battle? Well, first up, we have Adam Rowe and Maisie Adams.
I feel frustrated because when people think of the North, Adam is what they picture. I don't want him representing where I'm from. I wouldn't trust Adam with... I wouldn't lend him a pen.
You just got to be brutal from the off. Start with a harsh joke, get harsher and harsher and harsher as it goes on.
All I need to do is use long words and I've won.
Got to go for the appearance hard, got to go for Yorkshire hard, and, you know, she's epileptic, so that's funny, innit?
Adam looks like every lad who stole my lunch money as a kid, so this is just revenge. And looking at him, he clearly spent it.
This next one's the Battle of the North. So if you're watching at home, please turn on your subtitles. Make it loud for Adam Rowe. And Maisie Adams! All right, you two. Here are your rules. Rule 1, it's 5 jokes apiece. Rule 2, nothing is off limits except for physical contact. And Rule 3, it's Joe Lycett's rule of 3. If there's less than 3 people, he's not interested. Jimmy, who's going first?
Well, I mean, just first impressions. Adam, you look like a Eastern European sex trafficker. And Maisie looks like a girl you're taking back because no one's interested in fucking her. So I think Maisie goes first, I think.
Maisie, are you ready?
Ready.
Audience, are we ready?
Do I start now or do I wait for Adam's man tits to stop wobbling? Or... So, Adam's nickname at school was Thigh Eye because he's had an operation where they took a muscle from his thigh and put it into his eye, which means that when Adam blinks, it's the most work his legs have ever done.
Maisie, how have you got such long legs and you're still unappealing? You've got the legs of a catwalk model and the head of a Premier League centre-back. Tall, dark and handsome, you look like Professor Snape's dad.
Coming from a bloke who looks like Jack Black after a house fire. Like, seriously, what What is going on here? You look like a pack of seagulls pecked off your face whilst you refuse to drop your cornetto.
Maisie is epileptic, but she is less epileptic fit and more epileptic she'll do.
Adam said that he had to be funny at school, otherwise he'd have been eaten alive. They'd have needed a bloody big appetite, mate. Adam drove down from Liverpool today. A bit of advice, Adam, you don't have to stop at Burger King at all of the service stations.
Thank you, Julius Caesar. Maisie is often described in reviews as down to earth, by which I think they mean she's so pale she looks like she's been dug up. You look like a ghost of one of the prostitutes the Yorkshire Ripper killed.
Adam's mum died from alcoholism, and whilst he's very conscious of not following in her footsteps, he also doesn't shy away from a pint with the lads. Don't worry, I'm sure it doesn't run in your family, Adam. In fact, I'm certain no one runs in your family.
Before she started comedy, Maisie's first TV appearance was actually on The Chase. She went on it so she finally knew what it was like to be pursued by a man.
Last joke!
OK, right. Adam is always boasting about he sells out all of his gigs, he always kills it. I just want to know, Adam, what sort of level killing are we talking? If 1 is like a 4-star review from The Guardian and 10 is booze killing your mum.
7. Maisie's parents always wanted a boy. Imagine how gutted they're going to be when they find out she's not one. Seriously, though, she was actually an unwanted pregnancy. Every year on your birthday, your dad ties flowers to his bedstand because that is where the accident happened.
Come on over.
Well, I mean, I thought that was incredibly entertaining. Very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, really original jokes. It kept me on my toes. I didn't know where you were going with it. You both have such terrible accents. You know, I wanted to laugh and close down a mine listening to you. Common northern people. Maisie, at first I didn't know where I recognized you from, and then I remembered, oh, that was my body when I was poor, and I miss it. And Adam, you are short and scouse with a lazy eye. I cannot believe it took you this long to get on Roast Battle. It's like we rolled 3 losers into 1 person.
Is anyone going to talk about the Hobbit's legs?
I got them off the same toy you got your face from.
Gosh, get me some sage and onion stuffing. This is a bloody roast!
What did you make of this?
I'd just like you to both know that you're beautiful.
No.
You needn't say these horrible things to each other. Maisie, you've got lovely skin. And Adam, yeah, there's no neck, but...
OK, so who we got as a winner? What do you think, Joe?
This is tricky. I really loved when Maisie brought up the dead mum and said, what is from 1...
From 1 to 10?
From 1 to 10, with 10 being a dead mum.
But then he answered.
And I think just for the fact that he said 7, which was so funny, I have to give it to Adam.
What do you think, Katherine?
I loved this roast very much. I was impressed by both of you. I did get distracted by the dead mum stuff because immediately my rescue syndrome kicked in and I wanted to fuck you.
As if he doesn't have enough to worry about.
Adam, when did she die?
2013.
Are you still claiming benefits on her behalf?
Yes, and I'm still paying more tax than you.
I can't pick a tie, can I?
You can pick a tie if you want.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever chosen a tie. I'll choose my first tie.
Well, here's how I see this. I know Maisie's very funny. She's great. Adam, I'd never seen you before, and I was pretty blown away, I've got to say. I just thought you had killer jokes.
Yeah.
Adam gets it. That's it for part one. Join us after the break for more burns than Hiroshima 1945.
Warning, there are jokes on tonight's show that might offend some viewers, so if you think you might be upset, please switch over now to Comedy Central Extra.
Welcome back to Roast Battle. Let's have another round of applause for tonight's guest judge, Joe Lycett. Joe, you're known for your complaining. What's grinding your gears at the moment? What's upsetting you?
The big five. Famine, poverty, war, disease, Eamon Holmes.
Well, same question to Katherine Ryan. What's getting on your fake tits?
Not Eamon Holmes, unfortunately. I think mostly I'm a big fan of Joe's Instagram. He's been gardening a lot, and
Yes.
I think it's too gay. The amount of gardening that Joe's doing, the level of seriousness, the aggression that he'll be like, I grew these fucking tomatoes.
I get very aggressive in the garden, but that's because things keep going wrong. My kale, Jimmy. Jeez, God, I am so gay, aren't I?
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have sounded gayer just then with two cocks in your mouth. It was...
Yeah! I like cock, Jimmy. It's a shame you don't have one, or we'd be friends.
OK. Who's ready for another battle? Let's get Brian up here.
Okay, next up we have Phil Wang and Fern Brady!
We come from very different worlds. I come from the land of the living, whereas Fern is some kind of Victorian zombie prostitute.
The animosity between me and Phil has deepened since his ex-girlfriend has made a pass at me a couple of times. Probably because she likes sleeping with people that have tits and no penises.
She's gonna come after my privilege, my fancy accent, and my nice clothes.
I'm gonna shock him to his core and throw him completely off course.
She's just jealous because I know how to use a knife and fork.
Give it up for Fern Brady! And Phil Wang!
Wait. Does it say Jackie Slam on the back of that?
Jackie Slam.
A little bit racist, Phil.
That's my Christian name.
Okay, here are the rules. Rule 1, it's 5 jokes apiece. Rule 2, nothing is off limits except for physical contact. And Rule 3, let's make this quick. My son's in the car. I'm kidding, I've never met my son. Katherine will let me. Jimmy, who's going first?
Well, I think we should let the Asian lady from Killing Eve go first. Phil, you're up.
You ready, Phil? Are we ready? Let's go!
Fern. Fern is so pale when she goes to the tanning salon, she has to stay overnight. When people meet Fern for the first time, they say hello, but what they're thinking is, oh, that's the colour I want for my bathroom. Fern is so white, Comedy Central had to book 3 extra black people on this series to make up for it.
Firstly, I've been advised not to mention paedophiles, making it impossible to joke about Phil's glasses. And when you have the glasses of a sex offender and the fat tits of a baby, you must just stare into a mirror molesting yourself.
It's how I unwind. Thank you, Fern. Fern there, looking like a trans Fred Flintstone. You know, Fern was actually... Fern was actually approached for Shrek the Musical, because she already has the accent, and they'd save a fortune on makeup. I think, and that voice, I think the most amazing thing about Fern is that she sounds as rough as she looks. That's not throat cancer, by the way. That's how she actually talks. Fern has a face for radio and a voice for radiotherapy.
Phil is what a lot of Southeast Asians would call a banana. Yellow on the outside, white on the inside, and something I'd only ever slide up my fanny in a moment of desperation.
Nice to know you're getting fruit, though. I probably don't know this, but Fern is obsessed with plastic surgery and the idea of getting plastic surgery. Fern has actually already had Botox put in her forehead, which means she can no longer look surprised. For example, when a waiter doesn't call her sir or she sees a vegetable. Fern's also told me that she wants to get a nose job, although knowing her, that probably just means she wants to get fucked in the nostrils.
Fernie Brady. Oh, Brady. I'm just going to keep repeating my name so I don't need to write a joke, which is a trademark of Phil's act. Phil likes to say his name a lot at the opening of sets, and it's nice that someone is saying his name with a sense of satisfaction, because usually he only hears it in a disappointed context. Oh, Phil, you've come already.
Last joke!
Phil Wang. Fern used to work as a stripper at what must have been the UK's only body-positive strip club. She actually earned the nickname Hitler for all the damage she inflicted on Poles.
Phil's done a lot to combat stereotypes about Southeast Asian men. Normally, people think of them as hard-working with tiny cocks, but Phil is actually quite lazy. Since doing better in comedy, you have had more attention from women. Unfortunately, a lot of women refer to Phil's dick as the Chinese iPhone factory, because after they work on it, they also want to throw themselves off a roof.
No physical contact, folks. Come on over.
Okay. I can't put my finger on this, but there's something of the catfish about this relationship. Fern, you look like a woman Phil's been talking to over the internet for a number of years, and he's rightfully disappointed when you turned up. Have you two ever banged it out?
No, that's why there's so much chemistry tonight.
I mean, Fern's jokes, the fat baby tits.
Yeah.
It's a devastating line to a man, especially a man with fat baby tits. I thought, Phil, you had some amazing lines. The stripper line was brilliant. Nicknamed Hitler because of the damage he's inflicted on Poles.
And also, when people see Fern, they say hello, but they mean, I'd like that color for my bathroom. Such a silly joke. I liked the mixture of cruelty and silliness. Fern roasts with absolutely no fucks. She's got the haunted look of someone who saw a dead body before age 9. I thought you were both so savage. I didn't even make many notes because I was just captivated by this roast.
Joe, what do you think?
I am confused about the glasses. What the fuck are those glasses for?
Well, I tried them as a joke and then thought, oh, actually, I suit sort of an 80s serial killer. Turns out it's my vibe, it's my spirit animal.
It's not. The nose job line, that was a nice little play on words about shagging in noses.
Do you, in fact, do you want a nose job?
Not now.
Fern, you don't need anything doing. I want to say that.
Thanks, Joe.
Like, Greta Thunberg hates this show because of the amount of wasted plastic on these guys' faces. You don't need any work doing. You don't need it either, Katherine. Jimmy, you need fucking loads.
Joe, I've got to push you on this. Who you got as a winner?
This is a really tricky one for me. I think the Hitler Poles joke just did it for me, so Phil Wang.
You're going Phil Wang, OK.
Wow. I thought you both did great, but it was Fern's, like, cold assassin delivery that tipped it for me. My winner is Fern.
An incredibly close call on this one, but I think Phil Wang just has it. Superb from both of you. OK, we're going to talk about Joke of the Night. What's your Joke of the Night?
I really liked Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
And my Joke of the Night, I think, was Adam Rowe earlier saying her parents wanted a boy. Imagine how disappointed they'll be when they find out she isn't one. Oh, my God, so brutal. I think that's the Joke of the Night. Well, that's all we've got time for. If you were upset by anything you've heard tonight, why not write into the show? Well, I'll tell you why not. Because no one cares what you think. Good night.